All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to apostle and elders in New York, GMS, salutations to you all around the world that's teaching the truth. My name is Maya Gala Bangad, and with Chicago branch of Great Millstone. I'd like to make a disclaimer that we are not black Hebrew Israelites, we are Israelites. The Israelites are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American, the speckled bird that's scattered abroad. Example of speckled bird is Blake Griffin, son. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite groups. We are not affiliated with any Islamic groups. We are not affiliated with any Black identity stream groups or any other stream groups. All right, so right here from the Washington Times, you have I'm trying to pronounce his name, Anthony Fauci. All right, so it says right here, Anthony Fauci set stage for mandatory lucrative vaccine. And actually the word Anthony means troublemaker, man. All right, so this guy is Edomite right here. All right, he's a troublemaker, man. His whole nation troublemaker. All right, so it said Anthony Fauci, America most listened to medical profession. It's a lot of, and forgive if I pronounce it wrong. If you pronounce it right, if you want to correct me, just put it in the comment section. All right, it said America most listened to medical professional on the coronavirus, apparently on all political, economic, cultural, and social precautions. Every man, woman, child in the nation should take on the coronavirus. He just warned that cooler heads coronavirus watcher has suspected all along that this country may never go back to normal. Right, this country will never go back to normal, man. All right, because it's gonna go into fast forward closer to it's gonna go directly mandatory with the chip, or might be included with the vaccine, or it might go into it's gonna go into digital. You would use your phone app, your card to pay. Then on top of that, your privacy. You don't have no privacy, man. All right, because Esau, he's a cunning serpent, man, and he's using this COVID-19 epidemic to push his new world order. All right. It says, never that is for success until a vaccine is developed. And trust me, they already got a vaccine developed, man. They've been studying this corona virus for years, man. Actually, the corona is different strains of the coronavirus. Because if you look at your the can of your Lysol, it said coronavirus. All right. So they probably experimented over the years with different types of coronavirus and everything. They probably been doing this since I would say probably around the 1970s, a little bit earlier, probably like in the 60s, man. And it's probably just like a little, like an old, I'm gonna use this term, old model of the virus that they had basically souped up, man. Probably more deadly a virus around the corner, man. I'm just saying it might. All right, because Trump said, yeah, this is gonna be a rough 2 weeks. And hey, he might. It might be 2 weeks from now, it might be 4 weeks from now, it might be a month, 2 months, 6 months from now. They probably release a deadlier form, coronavirus, strand of coronavirus, man. Probably you see people just dropping dead, people bleeding out their eyes and ears and stuff. You might see some crazy stuff like that, man. Or it might not be a strand, it might be a virus. A whole new virus. They done made, mutated, man. Made up in the lab somewhere, man. All right. And they probably gonna freak out everybody. Everybody get scared. We're gonna take that mandatory vaccine shot. They said, what great news for Big Pharma. The word pharma breaks down to witchcraft, man. You look it up. You go to the Walgreens, see the old logo Walgreens, see the pot and the star and a little stick. The witch's brew pot of brew. All right. What great news for Bill Gates, who just announced his foundation is going to spend billions of dollars to build factories for 7 possible coronavirus vaccine makers. Spend is probably the wrong word. He invest is well. Yeah, he invested in it, man. All right, and he been pushing for it, man. That's all the agenda, man. But I thought he supposed to step down. I thought he stepped. Well, he probably stepped down Microsoft. He got a lot of money. He just invested in it, man. It said after all, Gates first and foremost a businessman, a billionaire businessman who made his billions in Microsoft, who just left his $1 billion Microsoft enterprise pursuit of America. I wonder why. Specific to serve humanity, right? To serve humanity, to subject humanity, especially the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, and that's what this is all about, man. It's all about coming out the 12 tribes of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American, the speckled birds that's scattered abroad, man. All right, this is all this is about. All right, let me get this. It says where it said, but this is what Fauci just warned at the White House briefing with reports. When we get back to normal, we will go back to the point where we could function as a society, right? A new world order society. But if you want to get back to the pre-coronavirus, that might not ever happen in the sense that the threat is there. But I believe that with therapies that will be coming online, which is brainwashing. All right, and the fact that I feel confident that over the period, right, because he's gonna use his witchcraft on the online. All right, it says, in the fact that I feel confident that over the period of time we will get a good vaccine, that we will never have to go back to where we are right now. All right, right. I mean, they can have more control of you. All right. He also said back to normal means, let me see about that. All right, because he says something right here. He says something, a miracle or something like that in this article. All right, but anyway, man, this vaccine shot is one of the lying wonders, man. All right, that's in line one is it said even him who coming is after working of Satan with all power, signs, and lying wonders. One of the lying wonders, man. This vaccine shot. All right, this COVID-19 vaccine shot, just up and coming. All right, because they're probably gonna wait for a little while, probably like 6 months to a year, or a year and 6 months, man. All right, or they probably rush it. He probably rush it tomorrow, man. You never know, man. All right, because you don't know what's the plan of Yahweh. You know, so it's one of the line of wonders, man. You know, and it's funny how now they lying because I live here in Chicago, African Americans, all right, just the tribe of Judah, because they're not Africans, they're not Americans. All right, so you got the Judites and the rest of the tribe in Chicago, really Chicago. I mean, and the brothers we call Chicago, Jerusalem, man. All right, because you got a lot of Israelites, man. You got Judah, you got Benjamin, you got Ephraim, you got Gad among those tribes. All right, you got Issachar. All right, then you got Reuben among Judah. All right, you got a little Manasseh, you got a little Asher, you got Zebulun among Judah. All right, and you got a little Asher. All right, and then you got the speckled birds, man, from the among the Irish, the Italian community. You got speckled birds among the Chinese community. All right, then you got Jakes coming from Nigeria, Ghana. All right, you got some coming from the whole land, Israel or the Morocco, all stuff like. So, you got a lot of Israelites. Just got all the Scottish community, Polish. All right, so you got a lot of Israelites. You got a lot of Israelites here in Chicago. All right, so the majority of people in Chicago are Israelites. All right, so right here it says all right, it said Judeans comprise more than 70% of the COVID-19 deaths in Chicago, well, it's a lie, man. All right, because I live here in South Chicago. I don't see people. I don't hear no news people dying left and right and everything. Because if really our people was dying, man, they'll be screaming on the news for a vaccine or something to be done, man. And also, not too long ago, they said we're the most cautious group in Chicago, talking about the Israelites. Said we're the most cautious groups, the so-called Negroes, Latino, Native American. We're the most cautious group that that's practicing social distancing, doing all the precautions that we was doing it anyway before this shit broke out anyway. Because we're the Israelites, we're clean people. We majority of us, we wash our hands after we use the bathroom and this and that. All right. And we don't deal with bloody meat and stuff like that. Majority of us don't do it, All right, so that's a lie, man. All right, and it's funny how they try to make, well, they are making the Israelites the poster boy for the COVID-19 thing. Because just remember this movie, X-Men: The Last Stand. All right, because the X-Men is basically about the Israelites, man. All right, and that X-Men is the Hebrew character Ta. All right, and see it's about us. Could be the X-Men. Stan Lee said that the X-Men is loosely based on Magneto is Malcolm X and Professor Xavier is Martin Luther King. All right, and Stan Lee, he's a Jewish person. All right. And he has he had a lot of knowledge. He passed away in the spiritual realm right now. All right, but he had a lot of knowledge, man. All right, because he was in the know, man. He's with the secret, the secret societies, man. He had access. He was a part of it. He had access to it. All right, so the Israelites about the so-called Negroes, Latino, Native American, the speckled birds. All right, and one of the movies, X-Men. X-Men: The Last Stand. All right, go to plot. It says 20 years in the past, Professors Charles Xavier and Eric Leshner met young Jean Grey at her parents' house to invite her to join the school, the X Mansion. 10 years later, the industrious father of Warren Warrington III discovered his son is a mutant and Warren to try to cut off his wings. All right, as Warren tried to cut off his wings. It says in the present, Warrington Labs announced it has developed an inoculation to suppress the X gene that gives mutants their ability to offer the cure to any mutant who wants it. The cure is created from the genome of a young mutant named Jimmy who lives in a Warrington facility in Alcatraz Island, which is a prison. It says while some mutants are interest in the cure, including X-Men's role, many others are horrified by it. Not every Jay concerned about it, man. Cause now I read a comment that one of the LTAR videos that I think in Brownsville, around Brooklyn, New York, man, they making Jay taking that chip, man. And it might be that trying to make people take that chip. All right, and inside that vaccine could be the chip, man. Cause what did Bill Gates said? He said it's going to be a computer certificate show that you take that chip. The shot with might have the chip in it. All right. And it's horrifying, man. Somebody getting control. You can control your body and stuff, shut your body down and stuff. And that chip inside, it got cyanide in there, man. It can make you do things, control your mind and stuff, man. All types of craziness, man. Make you ill and all that, everything just shut. They can make you just fall asleep just like that. Just press a button, say go to sleep. Your ass, you fall down, man. You should be asleep. All right, so this thing, it can do a lot of stuff, man. And also it could also it's a double-edged sword. It could cure and kill, man. All right, it's one of the line of wonders of Esau. All right, it says where is it? Many others are horrified. That Magneto reestablished his brotherhood of mutants with those who oppose the cure and warned his followers that the cure will be forcefully used to to exterminate the mutant race, right? And that's what's coming for you, so-called Negroes, Latino, Native American, speckled birds, the Israelites, man. This mandatory vaccine, man. If you ain't gonna take that vaccine, you go into the COVID-19 concentration camps, man. Also, that chip, if it got the chip in it, man, you gonna go there or you gonna go to the guillotine. All right. And you go right here. You go get this. It's too bad I couldn't get no clips from the movie X-Men: Last Stand due to YouTube rules regarding that, man. But that's cool. All right, you see it right there. All right. Now it don't look like that's how not the vaccine's not gonna look. They ain't not gonna look, in reality, man. But just getting you a picture view, man. All right. All right, that's look good right there, man. Just cause see these movies, man, they tell you things, man. In order, I say, we say it again, all over again, man. In order to work in Hollywood, man, you gotta have some type of knowledge of the scriptures, man. Some type of knowledge of the scriptures. All right. So right there you go, beast. All right, so they always use Jake as a background they always use Jake, man, as their basis to medical industry, man. They've been experimenting on people for years, man. All right, that's why people hesitant to go to the hospital, man. Then you got some idiots like Garfield and Uncle on the time we should trust science and trust the doctors, man. Hell no. All right. Talking about we get clothes in them, but we don't trust Esau. No, man. And number one, we knew those different type of science when we came over here on the shore, talking about the Southern Kingdom. When I said we as a whole nation, Israel, all right, we knew the cures before we arrived on the shores of America. Also, us who was already here, when Esau came over here, man, some of the Northern Kingdom, man, we knew all the different cures and herbs and all that stuff, man, different science, different metals and all that. We knew all that stuff, man. All right, so Esau, he didn't just knock up a so-called Negro, so-called Native American upside the head and just threw him to slave for nothing, man. We had knowledge. Esau just took what he knew, just twisted it, man. All right. And Yahweh gave him the knowledge of that the that ICBM missile to destroy himself, man. All right. So, at the end, man, Esau, you're not going to exterminate the Israelites, man. You're not gonna you're gonna get your hands on a few lead, but it's only prophesied that some of the legs will lose their heads. All right, and have eternity will return to Yahweh, man. All right, those are you meant to get, man. And get your hands on. Most High gonna allow you to get your hands on. Get that spiritual power, man. All right, but you're not gonna wipe out the nation of Israel, man. You're not gonna wipe out the elect. All right. And the 1/3 of Israel, man. You ain't gonna allow to wipe out the 2/3. Israel gonna live forever, man. Like I said, Isaiah chapter 60, and there it says that one man should be 1,000, man. All right, so we gonna flourish, man. Esau, you're gonna be subjected into hardcore slavery. All right, and Anthony Fauci. All right, buddy, you on you gonna rule the day, man. You gonna rule the day. All right, cause you up there with Bush, Vocab Malone, Trump, Bill O'Reilly, all them, man. All right, so it's gonna be in the kingdom, man. Israel gonna have a holiday with you. It ain't gonna be no lemonade and no barbecue either, man. So with this. Hope you've been edified. Shalom.